I pressed one wrong button in the sequence. I think I got it. There we go. Welcome to my Bay Area besties. I can see you right here on my laptop. And as I stare into my Sony ZV-10 camera across the room, I can say hello to all my friends around the world on Upward Spiral Yoga YouTube channel. So I just flipped the switch. We're on Zoom in the Bay Area. We're on YouTube around the world. And the two are independent of one another. So that's cool. One can be anonymous to the other group, which I like. But everybody gets the benefit of doing restorative yoga. And on Thursday, we're committed to self-care and restorative and yin yoga. If you're watching this recorded and it's not Thursday, I'm equally committed if it's Monday at 3:15 in the morning where you're watching. Anyway, we do our restorative on these blue cushions. All my Bay Area friends have one of these, and you can buy one of these. Go on Amazon, get a trifold 4-inch mattress. They're about $65. I bought 25 of them, and I'm still solvent. Or you can go in your bedroom, carefully move the cat, the dog, and the mate off the side, and do this on the bed. It really works. Anyway, my name is Greg, simulcasting from Concord, California. Please like and subscribe. I'm on a mission from God, G-A-W-D, to bring yoga to everybody else, especially people 45 plus who think they can't do it. Everybody should have access to the healing, the calm, the serenity, the flexibility, the strength, the well-being, and ultimately the joy of doing yoga. So blah, 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 blah. So we usually start with 10 minutes of opening up our body. And so I like to start with my shoulders. I'm just sitting with my legs crossed. Easy pose. Beautiful day here in the Bay Area of California, where I'm about 25 miles east of San Francisco proper. If you're watching in Thailand or Ceylon or Fiji or Siberia, 6, 7, 8, other way. We just crossed 1,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel. Very gratifying. And I'm working with some consultants to 10 times or 100 times that this year. So we should all have goals, milestones, things that we're working on, things that seem way too big, but yoga connects us to our greatest goals, dreams, and desires. 6, 7, 8. Now my cat's in the house. Do you hear that? Okay, I just saw triangle ears. If you haven't met Looney, he's a 20-pound mountain puma. He's already doing restorative yoga. Good. Just roll your head around. 1. See how accessible this is? 2. Everybody can do this, even if you just need to sit in a chair. 3, 4. I start every class that I teach, and I've been teaching since the turn of the century, this century. 6, almost 10,000 classes, and I still warm up like this because I was taught to. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Simple but powerful. 7, 8. Good. Now, believe it or not, just relax your head down for 20 seconds. Drop your chin. Close your eyes. We are calm, peaceful souls. Yoga quiets the mind so we can put in brand new seed thoughts that go deep and help to heal, restore, and illumine us, like we are calm and peaceful souls. Good job. Super simple twist. Inhale up, lace your hands, push your paws up. You're tied in Tennessee, your arms don't straighten, that's okay. Otherwise up, turn left. Relax your hands. Super easy twist to the right. This is literally called easy pose twist. In my public classes, we do very frisky yoga on occasion, jumping, cartwheels, backflips, hanging from chandeliers, singing, plank, but sometimes we do mellow yoga. Good, release. Good, I'm going to switch the cross of my legs the other way. I went golfing today. It's back golf season, so 8.5 months of golf now. I'm an avid golfer. I'm an avid drummer. I'm an avid student, going to school. I'm an avid yogi. I'm an avid lover of life. What a gift it is. Yoga helps you to do all the things you love. Turn to the right, relax your hands, simple twist. Now, if you're a fighter pilot, Cirque du Soleil, Olympic athlete, contortionist, welcome aboard. We love having you. But if you're just kind of tight and stiff and want to feel good in your body again, follow this sequence and it will take you one step at a time to the promised land. Good. Come on out. Oh, while I'm turning over here, I'm grabbing some of my props. Props is the yoga term for all the little goodies that help us get in positions we otherwise couldn't. For example, say I said cross your legs and lean forward, and you couldn't come all the way down and smash your face into the floor like all my friends in the Bay Area. So you might get some yoga blocks. You could buy them on Amazon during any pose that you don't like, and you could just rest your head. Now, this is restorative yin yoga. It's patient. It takes time. It's calming. It helps us to slow the movement of the mind, relax the shoulders. And you can build these poses. Say you're bendier and you want to go deeper. I'm all for deeper. If you're very crispy in Cleveland and can barely come forward, you could build something kind of interesting like that. We're very flexible in this class, literally, metaphorically, figuratively. Now, here's one of the weirdest instructions that I ever give. Stop thinking. Just stop. The world will keep spinning. Things will work out. Good, next inhale, come on up. In fact, this is just me, but I would argue the world could use a lot less thinking than more thinking. It seems to me like the world is thinking a lot right now, and there's all these competing thoughts, and that leads to, well, chaos, and one simply needs to turn on the news, and maybe if all of us humans, instead of trying to get everybody to think properly, we would find some still and calm and find what we actually have in common. If you get 10 people in the room, all with very radically different ways of thinking and points of view who are not happy with each other, they do have one thing in common. They're breathing. And so if we resolve down to the fundamentals, we find where we come together. Every tree with its trillion branches resolves down to one trunk. One more. Poof. Good. Now I know you might be brand new and very crispy and you can't get your hands down in front. That's okay. I've invented this. Turn your thumbs to the outside, lean back into your forearms within reason. This is how you can get dorsiflexion of your wrists and beautifully stretch your forearms and wrists. If you can't, lean down into your paws like this. Either way, drop your chin, close your eyes. We are calm and peaceful souls. Even less thinking. Just don't stir it up. Sometimes I do a little left and right. I kind of like that ocean motion. I just entered my 70th year. I know that you would never guess that. You'd probably guess older. But anyway, I like all of my body parts to work the way that they were installed at the factory. Today I golfed with my friends, beautiful spring day in the Bay Area of California, and for someone 69 years old, I'm in the top 1% of ball speed and ball distance. Good. All right. Am I tooting my own horn? Yes. Okay, feet together. Maybe you can't get your feet together like this. If you can, maybe your knees are up and you're going, oh crap, and you're leaning back. But after a while, especially if you go and do this on your bed, your pelvis will tilt forward. That'll drive your thigh bones out. It'll stretch your adductor muscles and groins and hips and stuff. But then we distract ourselves from that and we just do this instead. I like this because I like going like this, side to side. Then we do in and out, internal, external. These movements added together in a sequence are golden. Good. Internal, behind my back. Maybe that's as far as you can get because you're brand new. My Bay Area friends will bring their paws up like this, and then they will put the back of their hands inside their armpits. Why would anybody do that? Well, it does palmar flexion of your wrists. If you're bendier than this, you bring your elbows inside your knees. And if you're bendier than that, you squeeze your knees together. Good, you guys. Now here's one for everybody in the world, all 8 billion of us. 1, 2, 3, 4. My lighting is a little dim today. I like it. The sun's up longer. I just want my room to be a little darker. I want to calm down. Other way, 1, 2, 3. Sometimes you want to be romantic with yourself, right? You want to be calm and peaceful and go steady with yourself. Maybe take yourself out to dinner. Maybe do some restorative yoga with yourself. Shake your paws out. It's hard to be in relationship with other human beings if you can't be in relationship with yourself. Good. Up and down. I'm a confirmed bachelor, but I give great relationship advice. Look me up on Upward Spiral Yoga. I do life coaching. I will go deep inside of your mind with you and we can unwind it and find what you're looking for. Cup your hands at your heart. I've worked with several thousand people over the last 20 years, and it's my most fun thing in the world to dive into the depths of our psyche and find the truth. It's in there, but it must be sought. Good. Now, here's a very interesting pose. I call it little kid pose. If you ever watch little kids in kindergarten, they'll sit on a chair and they'll bring their knees up on the chair and then they'll bring their feet in. Now, adults typically don't do this. This is a challenge. I'm a big guy, almost 6'3", 200 pounds, but I'm going to grab my knees, squeeze them in together, and I'm trying to bring myself into the smallest little ball that I can. Now, all my Bay Area friends, they're spectacularly flexible. They can absolutely squeeze themselves into a tight little ball. Now, we're going to do this pose in sitting on our knees, on our back. We're going to kind of specialize in, I call this egg pose, fetal position, but it's a very powerful thing to get your joints to fold again. Good. Now, what's a counter pose? Stretch your legs out and just really push out through your heels. Flare your toes open. Sit up really tall. Firm your legs. Relax your shoulders. Arms straight up. Ooh, my spine just went crack. Now, what's the next counter pose? Paws down, hands back, buns up. lift up. Very simple movements. Good, you guys. Now, come down, extend your left leg out, fold this under. Is my computer going to run out of a battery? Hold, please. This will take just a second. I've got the special red cable. Just in the nick of time. Our left leg is out. Just simple, one. This is just nurturing and self-care for your body. Other way. If you went to get a massage person would move your body in all these different ways. No reason we can't do it for ourselves. Good. Right leg out, left in. This is called, if you're brand new, this is Viyayama. It's a Sanskrit word. It means breaking up the congestion, the stiffness, the stuckness of the body. Other way. And it takes on a momentum. 7, 8. Good job. All right. Now, I need some more of my props. I didn't get them out at the start because I've been very busy today. There's a bolster. There's a blanket. There's a really big bolster. You're brand new. What's a really big bolster, you ask, Mr. Greg? And a really big bolster is a really big pillow. It's a cushion. It's great for restorative yoga. If you're ever lonely or sad, you can put 2 buttons and a smiley face on it. And anyway, we're going to use this for child's pose tonight. Child's pose, Balasana, is one of the 5 or 6 great restorative poses. It's great on the dirt or on concrete. It's spectacular on the bed or the trifold mattress. I will explain. I'm on all fours. My knees widen out, so my knees are sliding out. Not too far. I don't want to rip anything. I send my booty back a little bit. Now, I'm plenty flexible. I can bring my butt all the way down and lay down flat, but this is not how flexible I am. This is how much I want to calm and get peaceful. So I put my bolster here and I just lay it out. Now we're sort of transitioning from joint juice and yin yoga into restorative. Enjoy it. We might spend 2 or 3 minutes. You could fall asleep. That's okay in restorative yoga. In restorative yoga, we look for that kind of dreamy, drifty mind state between sleep and regular consciousness. Theta brainwave state, dreamy, drifty, spacey, pleasant. You'll note I'm on my left ear, giving my neck a nice stretch. That's optional. My booty is sinking down. I'm getting more loose in my caboose as it sinks down. I'll tell you what, if you're brand new and you use one of these cushions or go into your bed, it's going to multiply the benefit 10 times, 100-fold. Now I'm going over to my other ear to get that stretch. Good, you guys. Now, if you're still doing this pose, it's a challenge for most adults over 45 to just kneel really wide and sink their butt back and be in a pose like this. All my Bay Area friends, no problem. They've been doing this for a long time. But I understand if you're new, the knees may be crabby, but that's why the cushion can really help. Also, you can take a cushion or a blanket or something and kind of shove it in there like a Pez dispenser. Now my booty, my caboose is up higher, so it takes pressure out of my ankles and my knees. Now, if any one of the poses that we do tonight isn't really for you, you can sift and sort, but you can always try some stuff out. One of the great advantages of starting yoga later in life is you get to know your body. It ceases to be a mystery. It's like learning anything later in life, golf, drumming, musical instrument, a language. It's good to keep our brain working. Now, if you can do this, there's one more pose, mostly for my Bay Area bendies, but they bring their hands behind, and to the degree that you can, to the degree that I can, I just stretch my, how shall we say, undercarriage up. Up you go. You loose your caboose. Now that's a stretch a lot of adults don't do. Little kids like it. That's why they're little kids. Now I'm taking this out. Now remember earlier I mentioned we were going to do that egg pose 3 different ways. We did it seated. Watch this. My knees and my feet are together. My feet are turned over, so I'm on my shoelaces. I'm going to give my head a little bit of support, and I'm sinking in, and then I'm resting my head because I want that support. And then I'm going to bring my arms down by the side of my body. Now, as simple as this pose looks, most humans, especially Western humans, can't do this if they're over 45 years old. If you're very bendy, you can bring your head all the way down. You can do a much deeper variation. This is fine. If you keep your arms forward, the arms take some of the weight. That can be a very helpful thing. Your breath will always be your guide. It'll tell you, it will be your barometer of the quality of the movement. Do you know what small yoga like this does? It compresses your body. That creates heat. Heat creates circulation and it burns off impurities, not just physical, but every conceivable kind. Okay, good job with that. Now, I'm just kneeling. I'm doing a tight kneeling pose. It's called Vajrasana. It's not for everybody. It's not really my favorite, but it's a good one for me to keep in my repertoire. Now we're going to go through a cycle, a vinyasa, a sequence. I'm coming to all fours. This is my favorite thing that I've developed on the blue cushion. We usually do it once every Thursday, and it's extremely beneficial to your body. But if you watch my blue shirt, it's catting and cowing. I have a pretty average cat and cow. Well, I have a wonderful cat. I have an average cow. Ups and downs. This makes your caboose loose. 6, 7, 8. Now, this is where this sequence really begins. If you're brand new and it's like, wow, I can't do that yet, make little variations, make little inroads, chip away at it. I'm bringing my knees and my feet forward, folding my toes under, and I'm pushing back into the most, remember I said we'd squat 4 different ways or get into egg pose? This is egg pose on our feet. We've done it on our butt. We've done it on our shins and knees. Now we're doing it on our feet. This is where we take all the weight. This is where we keep our legs strong and vital. We keep our joints springy and resilient. A remarkable stretch for ankles, shins, calves, Achilles. If you can't do it, do one of the prior versions. You do it on your butt, you do it on your back, you do it on your knees. Now, this may seem simple, unless it's not. You shoot your arms forward and you sit very peacefully and you stretch your legs out. Now, my Murphy bed behind me is a silhouette showing bad posture, good posture, arms up, arms back behind my head, getting the space out from underneath my knees, heels lifting, toes spreading, chest full, abdominal wall firm, Dandasana, staff pose. Really good for you. How do we counter pose? I'll show you. Hands back, feet in, loose your caboose, rocket your buns, elevate your undercarriage, lift up, really good for you. Good kitty cat, sink down, booty back, feet out. Now we're revisiting this, feet in as far as you can get them like a little kid. Then, if you can't go over your feet, you'll chip away at it. You'll just do this little movement for couple weeks. You'll come back to all the classes and you will like and subscribe. Then one magical day, unless you can already do it, you'll go over your toes. Ouch. I was born with toes that don't bend, essentially, and so that's really hard for me. I'm not lying. I don't like it, but I do what I can. So now my ankles are dorsiflexed. For some people, piece of cake, no problem. For some people, utterly impossible. This is scalable. Where do you fit on the scale? Good, then hands behind me, challenge, and booty lift. Up you go. Sink down. Good, back to all fours. And cool it off with some cats and some cows. Good. Now, I've got an interesting challenge for you, and this is where it's really good to be on the cushion. But all I'm going to do, I'm just widening my knee. You can see I'm just spreading my knees out like that. And maybe I'll go back and forth a little bit with my hips. Most people over 45, this ain't happening no more, but it's going back and forth. Now, this time, as I come down, I'm bringing my crotch down, and it helps if I bring my feet up. I understand if you're brand new and you're tight. So if you're a contortionist, a ballerina, a dancer, some sort of paid movement specialist, this is the easiest thing in the world. If you're not, it's really challenging. So the thing is, my booty is down. It's down. My feet are up to accommodate. I'm clapping my feet because I like this pose. Now, what's interesting is with your knees wide and your crotch down, just bringing your feet down. This is called seal pose. Now, my teacher could get in this pose leave his feet back there, and then bring his rear end back and sit on top of his feet turned around backwards. Now that is serious 1 in a million kind of yoga. And that's great. If that's your karma to move that way, for me, this is my karma right here, or as I call it, krama. Good. Now from here, we're going to cool it off. I'm going to straighten my legs behind me. Partially obstructed by my cat tree. See my cat tree? $150 on Amazon. I had to build the whole thing. He gets on it about once every 3 months. He'd rather play with boxes, the box that the package came in. Anyway, if you're brand new, can you bend your right knee? That is dang good, you guys. Now, I'm supporting myself on my left elbow. My right arm goes out. This is great. Is there a foot back there? If there isn't, then get a towel or something and grab it. Again, if you're 20 years old, easiest stuff in the world, probably. 45 plus, that's my niche. So now I'm just relaxing, kind of pushing my foot back away, stretching my chest up. This leg is relaxed. I'm just going to hold this pose. Most people never stretch this. Now, some of my Bay Area friends, they're dancers, ballerinas. They can lift it up. I can barely do it. And I've been doing yoga for a long time. There's just different bodies. That's why God didn't make me too flexible. He wanted me to show that anybody could do yoga. You should see me hit the golf ball, though. You really should. Come play golf with me. Good. Now I'm releasing that side. Right forearm in front, left leg up. Now, I have pity and mercy and compassion for my friends around the world. They can't reach the left hand to the foot yet because they really want to. They'd like to. So you get a yoga strap. One day you'll grab on. Then you'll just hold here, relax, chest forward. Let the hips sink. Unclench your butt cheek. Loose your caboose. And if your chest lifts up, drop your chin. If you want to, if you have any ability to lift your left leg, that's really amazing. I can lift about 1 inch. That's just the way my thigh bones are shaped. That's okay. Good. Now I'm releasing that. Now here's an unbelievable restorative pose. My arms are going down by the side of the body, and I'm laying on my left ear. This is restorative neck stretch. 1 minute. Now, some people, if you're a belly sleeper, this is how I sleep. But most people are side or back sleepers. So this is a nice, but do it on the cushion. Sink in. Close your eyes. Drool. Smooth your breath out. Good. Over to my right ear. Balance things out. Good job. Now, this is called Sphinx pose. I'm up on my elbows are underneath my armpits. My forearms are out in front. Nice stable pose. Not not really doing anything yet, but in a moment, we're going to do something extraordinarily beneficial to our spinal health. We're going to do spinal decompression. It's all the rage. Yogis have been doing it for about 4,000 years. So to do this, I'm going to just lift my feet a little bit. Now, that puts the pressure on my knees. Now, if I press into my knees and my elbows, and that lifts my booty up. And then I drop my chin, knees, elbows down, and I'm really trying to round my lower back up, sucking my guts up, decompressing my spine. Safe, effective. Good, you guys. Then sink out of that. Come on back up. Do some cats and cows. Get those dents out of our body. Good. Now I'm swinging around. I need to kind of reposition entirely. This is a whole different thing. For this, my bendy friends in the Bay Area, they don't need any props really. I do. I really like them. So what I do is I generally build sort of a random thing, and it's an incline like that. Yeah, it's a lot like that. Why do I need the incline when I've been doing yoga for a long time? Because this is the most challenging pose in the world for most humans who are 45 plus. So we need a little bit of a help to get in it. So how am I going to end up on that? Well, we're going to half kneel and lean back, and it's the most important of all the restorative yin yoga poses in my estimation. So I have it behind me and I scooch in. It's right up against my sacrum, my lower spine. Now, I take my right leg out and I fold it around behind me like this. It's half kneeling. Again, very challenging for people that have not moved for a long time. To compensate, my left knee is just sticking out to it's angled out to the side. So it's an asymmetrical pose. Now, if you're very tight, this is why the cushion can really help. This is so jammed up and tight and miserable that it's best to lean over to the left, take the pressure out. My Bay Area friends, they simply get in position and they lean all the way back. Now you can tell that I've helped myself out with a little bit behind me, because for me, my guy hip flexors and quadriceps. Now, if you can lean all the way back and take your arms back over your head, it will make it stronger. But this is one of the 5 great restorative yin poses. For most of us, the hips are pretty strongly tilted over to the left. As the right hip drops, as the ankle, knee, and hip release, as the lower back and abdominal wall finds its proper alignment and releases, then as the hip drops, the leg will just naturally find space to extend out. I wouldn't rush it. Now, what would be the point of all this trouble of getting in this pose if we were just going to be in it for like 15 seconds? Now, officially yin and restorative, we sink in. I don't need my head block anymore. My head comes all the way down. My arms, I can bring them back here. It makes it stronger, but tolerable. Now, this is the kind of pose that separates the adults from the children, because you can get patient, take some time. The cushion really helps on ankle, knee, and hip. Helps us to breathe. What a long body stretch it is to bring the arms back over your head. I had stopped doing this pose a few months ago, and then I discovered that I could use this mattress, this cushion, and it would help me regain and restore some bodily capacity that I thought was gone forever. That's really cool. Now, one way you moderate is by how long you do something. Maybe you try it out for 10 seconds and your body says, well, that's good. And then every week you'll do it for 20 seconds and then 30 seconds. And just like you're learning anything, you'll speak one sentence in a paragraph, or you'll play one line, one measure of music, and then two measures of music. It's no different here. My right hip is sinking, my spine is relaxing, shoulders getting a big stretch. Okay, my friends, now from here, I slowly bring myself back up. We don't rush the transitions. I bring my left foot in. I brace my hands behind me. And now this is the world's greatest counter stretch. I'm going to unloose my caboose. Pelvis goes thrusting up, chest up, head back. This is what keeps you young and frisky and dangerous. Good, now sink down. Now, if you're tight in Tennessee, crispy in Cleveland, you may not be able to lift your hands. You're tilted too far over. But if you can, you turn to the right, like this. What a cool pose to twist in. My left hand, is it going to grab my right foot? Not quite. My right hip is fine. Right arm braces behind me. Now look at this horrible posture with my spine. Full open posture, chin level, have a twist to the right. This is so good for you. Good, my friends. Now, if you're over 45, we need to resolve this dent we've put our body in. So you lean over, you drag your right leg out. It wants to stretch out. It wants that impression wiggled and jiggled out like that. You might even really firm it up. Now note how my arms are in line with my head, back behind my head, chin level, chest forward, legs strong. Really good for you. Release out. Now, other side, both feet in. I'm backing up. Now it's my right knee that angles out to the side. That's the relief. That's the space of the pose, because now we bind the left foot, the left shin under, so to speak. Now I'm backed up to the cushion. Everybody has a tighter side and a more open side. This is slightly my tighter side. So on this side, I'm not flopping back. I'm taking my time, kids. I golfed today. I get to here and I'm looking around for my block. There it is. Now, I am at what the yogis call the edge of my breath, the edge of my range of motion, the edge of my current capacity. That's a beautiful place to learn to play. Left hip is sinking, chest relaxing. I'm not extending my arms back yet. Even if you don't gain more range of motion, say you're 70 and you're starting to do this with us, you won't lose your range of motion. You'll maintain and sustain, and that way you can pick up your grandkids, you can ride your e-bike, you can jump off of the Alps in a squirrel suit and fly over the valley. You can do all the things you love to do. Okay, I'm starting to relax. Left hip is dropping. Bringing one arm back over. Now, all my Bay Area friends, they lay all the way back. Right leg is out. Arms, they're doing full supta, Ardha Virasana, on the back, half kneeling, leg extended pose. Okay, it feels like I can kind of extend my right leg out. Don't do that if it's not happening. Give these new places will show up naturally and spontaneously for you. One more minute. Half of the magic of restorative yoga is the time that we give it. I think I can take my head block out. There we go. Took me 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes to get here. I'm grateful. I could complain. Anybody can complain about anything, but I'd rather be grateful and appreciative for the resources and blessings that are so freely given to me. Okay, kids, now, as always, coming out is slow. Right knee in, support with hands. Come up. Now, if you have it in your wheelhouse, I'm putting my hands behind me. And the best counter pose ever, the blasting off of the booty up. Rocket your undercarriage up. Elvis your pelvis. Good, sink down. Now I understand if you're tied in Tennessee and you can't lift your hands because you're tilted so far to the right, that's okay. Just kind of turn to the left. Both paws up, turn left, and maybe your left arm goes all the way behind your back and grabs your right shin. That's for the bendies. Use your arms to keep your spine tall and your hips level. Get to know the mystery, the adventure, the wonder, the glory, the curiosity of your own body. Good, inhale together. Good, exhale and come on out. Now, just dragging my left leg out. It's been all folded up, straightening and wiggling it. Good, now we're going into what I call the Om stretch, not the home stretch. I'm sure you get it. Bad pun, but it works. Now for this one, I really want your neck supported. I have a cute baby bolster. Its name is actually Baby Bolster. Clever name, isn't it? Because that seems really big. You're gonna put that underneath your neck. Isn't that gonna jam your neck up? Not when we do what we're gonna do, because I did promise that we would do egg pose 4 different ways. We did it on our butt, we did it on our knees, we did it on our feet. Now we're doing it on our back. What do I mean? Well, with my head supported, if I'm very tight in Tennessee, my knees widen out and they only come to here. Great. My Bay Area friends, their knees stay together, their knees come in really tight, but not so tight that they injure themselves. And then as you become more and more little kid-like, you'll wrap your elbows, and then you do not want your chin flying. You want the back of your neck long and supported. You actually want the feeling of your head neutral or even dropping your chin. As my knees come in, I want my booty to relax. I want my shoulders to release. Now, some people, we back in the day in partner yoga, we'd have somebody put a blanket on top of your shins and sit on top of your shins. That squeezes the stuffing out of you. This is fine. And this is a beautiful precursor to our final pose of the evening. So now we've done this pose 4 clever, dynamic ways. Good, now I do honor your time, so I am bringing my feet down. Now we conclude with restorative twist. I'm moving my whole body and the bolster underneath my neck over to the right. My left leg extends out. My right knee, which is over on the far side, comes in. I take it around in a little circle. But now this is the best twist in the world, especially on the cushion. This flops all. It's not stopping here, you guys. I don't like that. This comes flop. That means my right shoulder lifted. It means my head lifted. It means my head relaxes into this delicious, sumptuous, orgasmic cushion underneath my organic cushion underneath my head. Now, if I'm very tight, keep my right hand on my hip. I use this left elbow to turn my torso a little more, or I can pin my knee down. If I'm a Bay Area bendy, my right arm goes out. I'm going to take my time, 1.5 minutes, finishing restorative, blue cushion, blissful, twistful. This will stop and then reverse the aging process. You'll get younger. It will drive all of your friends crazy with jealousy. They'll ask, why are you always looking younger and more lively and more vital and more animated? Why are you always having more fun and being more interesting, clever and creative, they will ask you. And if you want, you could just keep it a secret, or you could say, you know, I'm doing yoga with my friends at Upward Spiral Yoga, and it's releasing life force inside of me. Did you ever see the movie Cocoon? Kind of like that, but without aliens. Okay, now my knee is down on one side. My right shoulder is almost all the way down. Good big inhale together. Big exhale. Now my right knee comes back up. My feet go down. Now slide my caboose over to the left, bringing the bolster over to the left. My whole body's on the left. Now I've got room on the right. My left knee comes in. My right leg stays out. I grab on. I loose my caboose a little bit. You can tell that I've decided to play with loose and caboose a little bit. Good, now my left knee goes whoop all the way over. Boy, does this bolster underneath or blanket underneath your head make a huge difference. Good, now my left shoulder lifted. It's relaxing down. My knee is pinned down. My neck is super supported. Oh, big spinal crack. Good. 1.5 minutes. Enjoy. Be a cat. Your breath will extend, your exhalations will finish all the way. You'll get these little micro releases. Your right elbow can be used as a intelligent lever. left shoulder dropping almost all the way down, left shoulder, left elbow, left arm. It took a while. If I was 7 years old, it would be immediate, but I'm a few multiples of that, so that's okay. Good, now big inhale together, exhale, release. Now that's the final pose proper per se, but there's always a concluding shavasana in yoga, or should be. And that just means if you're brand new, we really lay it out. Now I even customize it. I put my big bolster underneath my knees, kind of unweights my hips, relaxes my down here, lets my lower back settle. Now I don't want the bolster underneath my neck anymore. It's too much. But a little bit of a blanket roll is sublime. How long do we do this? All night. We do it for about 5 minutes, and you get days and weeks of relaxation and healing in this concluding pose. Now, what you do is nothing. Stop doing anything. Stop making sense. Let your brain melt. Let your body relax. Let your bones sink. Let your jaw relax. Okay, my friends around the world, I'm still here with you. We're coming back to our breath now. No rush. Breathe back into your body. Good. Deep breath back in. Wiggle your fingers and toes. I do so recommend circling fingers and toes, swishing super feel good around your body. Good. Then I bring my knees in, and then I tilt over to my side, fetal position. Humble, innocent, peaceful. Now, yogis have a great way of concluding. We reconvene, reassemble, back up on our behind, sitting legs crossed, or however you sit. We bring hands into the heart. And in yoga, there's this opportunity to bow the brain down to the heart. We love our brains and their intelligence, but we connect that to the heart and its wisdom and intuition. Best of both worlds. And we have an opportunity to thank the one who brings us all together. So all together we say, Namaste. Boy, I thank you for allowing me to do what I do, and I thank you, my worldwide growing audience. I always bid adieu to my YouTube crowd first. Thank you for liking and subscribing, possibly sharing with a friend. If you'd like to share well-being, peace, calm, and serenity with the world, just a quick little share or like and subscribe makes a big difference. Leave a comment for my cat. Anyway, we'll see you guys later. And then we say hello to any Bay Area friends. Oftentimes there's one or two still left.